Herald of Blank. Banner of Blank.
Like literally, it's got like the
Rallying Cry.
blandest names out
I mean,
there.
you can give them points for Blade of Elendil.
Yeah,
Which kind of doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Yeah, Narsil. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Aragorn, do you mind if I borrow your blade a minute? I'll give it back to you once I've, like, you know, completed the game.
Yeah, valiant strike. You strike valiantly, inspiring your fellows to, whatever. Just bland.
Yeah. You've got a page there as well.
Oh, I've been getting quite a few. Words of courage. You shout words of courage, invigorating your allies, granting them morale. Yeah, there's some right bland naming going on in that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they have the dubious honour of having the worst named skills. Even like a Beorning skills in a bear, and like literally it spends half of its time in a bear hitting thrash. 1, thrash 2, thrash 3, relentless ball, thrash, thrash.
Critfinity. Awesome skill.
The synergy is very good between that and what is it? It's ferocious roaring and unrelenting, isn't it? Unrelenting.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they might have fixed that now. It's been a while since I played my Beorning.
But they changed it so that because it used to be if you critted the first strike, you'd crit them all.
Yeah.
They changed that so that each strike rolls like a crit crit individually, yeah.
But I think that one still made it all crit.
Yeah, but that still works to crit them all, yeah.
Mm. Which is kind of where the OP-ness comes from that.
Well, the OP-ness is beyond.
Just wreck everything.
Late game it doesn't. Late game the Beorning still falls off in terms of power. And it does become a bit more like
That's
a captain.
because it is a bit more... I think that's probably a bit harsh to saying it's like a captain in that regard.
It kind of becomes like more of like the jack of all.
It's a bit more of a binary thing, where it's like champion can just like face roll the keyboard and any of the buttons are going to do top tier damage, you know. But Beorning is more reliant on certain combos to deal top tier damage, and after that, once that's on cooldown, it's generally lower damage.
Like, their damage, like compared to like a champion whose like damage scales pretty damn linearly, or hell, sometimes it's like scales like inversely, like they get stronger the higher level they are, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Beorning start off like really really strong, like Thrash, or like even though they nerf the damage on Thrash tier 3, yeah. It's essentially like the Beornings have the skill called Thrash that consumes some of their wrath to do damage. You had Thrash like tier 1, and if that hit you could do tier 2, and then you could do tier 3, which was like the biggest, hardest hitting and cost the most. And essentially if a mob wasn't dead after tier 3, you were either fighting some like ridiculously hard mob or something was wrong. But they nerfed that because it was ridiculous. But like through things like Thrash and this one skill called Unrelenting, what was it? Relentless Maul, wasn't it? Relentless Maul.
Yeah.
Which was essentially like a frontal AoE multi attack. So you'd essentially just get up on your hind legs as a bear and just start bitch slapping everything in its its face. That combined with a skill which automatically made it crit was very powerful if you were just taking out multiple groups of mobs at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
There was not much that could stand before them, especially when you had the heal skill of Hearten, wasn't it? Or what was it before it became Hearten?
I can't remember.
But yeah, you had a very strong heal as well.
Let's get my archer out. For what it's worth, he's on guard mode, I don't trust him.
Yeah, he just had a very strong heal, but you haven't got your Beyond up to cap, have you?
No.
So you'll
I don't think... No. I think he got to Dol Amroth.
He can't have. I don't remember him being that high. Let's check the kin roster.
I think he got through Rohan.
No.
Where is he then?
I don't know. He's not in the 90s, he's not in the 80s. He is an officer, isn't he? He's on the officer.
He should be, yeah.
Oh no, he is 100. Bloody hell, you did get him 100.
Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah. But you haven't really done much with him at 100, I guess. But
No.
We've done everything, haven't we?
Well, we have, yeah, but I was sure there was a way round to get around to the mountain passes, but I guess I was mistaken.
There is. We're just on the wrong part of it.
I know you can get up from the entrances downstairs, but isn't there a way to
Yeah, whatever.
get around from here?
Yeah, but you're in the wrong part.
Right, well, you've just gone to Mishracoin, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So you've just given him a fire pot, he's tried to use it and he's set his beard on fire.
Actually, that wasn't me. That...
Not quite so clever with your beard on fire, are you, Master Dwarf?
I forgot that we have to go back to Rivendell again.
Greetings to you. Greetings to you. You may be of service.
Okay, accept all this. Blah blah blah. We get sent to talk to Gandalf, don't we?
Yeah, because apparently Gandalf is an expert at making fire. Just because he can light an acorn on fire, he's now an expert.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So Forbidding Heights. Okay, talk to him again.
But no, like Beorning, like the damage just doesn't scale as well. Like you should notice, like getting to like about level 70 or so, that your skills just aren't as powerful as they were. You're not mauling through everything quite as badly,
So Gandalf here is just in the lower parts of Elrond's house in Rivendell, which I can't expand the map, but downstairs, right hand side as soon as you enter in one of those rooms.
Amusingly stood right near Frodo. So Frodo gives you dread because he's holding the One Ring, but then Gandalf gives you like a ridiculous amount of hope to offset it.
Yeah. That's generally why the quest starts going tits up as soon as Gandalf's gone. Okay.
All the Fellowship members give hope.
Now, have you snuck around to the north via the back pass?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for you above the cliff.
Okie dokie. I'm here.
But yeah, Beorning's damage just does not scale well. Like, by the time you get 100, it actually, your heal doesn't heal as well as it used to unless you've traded it to be the percentage heal. The damage isn't there as much. I mean, you do become much more like a support class.
Do you want to grab the cave entrance before we jump down?
Yeah.
Whoops. Since we're up here. So yeah, this will take us around above the Goblin camp. But this is kind of like the track that the Dwarven party would have gone in The Hobbit. So they would have been sneaking around, trying to climb the mountains up here. And one night they decided to take a refuge in a cave, which they thought was empty, but it was actually a secret entrance into Goblin-town, so the goblins just kind of like kidnapped them and took them indoors. But we can't actually find said cave.
And then we got shenanigans.
Trying to work out where I am.
Yeah, I'm just going to slide down the cliff.
I mean, come on, let's be honest, there's like suspicious, demonic totem statues here, They should have figured something lived here.
Well, you don't know if this was the actual entrance that they went in the books. Yeah.
Whereas the main entrance to Goblin-town, which is downstairs.
Yeah, but this centres into the kitchens. But you can argue that there's probably more entrances here and there or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be coming in here at some point, but given that these guys are going to be a bit more overleveled.
None of these places really fits the description of a cave. Yeah.
Well, strictly speaking, no, because it's quite a wide mouth there or whatever, but that is the precedent for the entrances at least.
Yeah.
But if we were to go even further down, it kind of goes back down to the ground floor again. We don't really need to go that far if we can find a safe way down. So there's the main entrance down the bottom here. There's a camp down there. That's where Gloin is, underneath that bridge that just leads out into the open plains where we were before. Have you been able to jump down?
I'm at the fire.
This looks safe enough. Now this is bloody brilliant. This is. I'm not sure if it counts for both of us if we wait up. setting off a fire pot. It's just fucking brilliant.
Not sure if I think it'll probably be one that we have to do each.
That's right. We get to see it twice then. Even better.
There's a bomber aggroed on your herald as well.
Yeah, I agreed it myself. Okay, so I'll stay down here then. You go set off the cauldron. I'll set up for a nice view. And hopefully it'll count for both of us.
I don't know why I've climbed all the way up.
We go and put some extra fire. You don't have to, no. So you put the fire in there, you put the fire into the main cauldron. What's all this commotion then? Who's messing around here? No, who are you? What are you doing up there? Don't touch that! Boom! And he becomes the first goblin to go into orbit. Splish. It's classic, I love it.
And that's basically how Bal got addicted to Kerbal.
Yeah, that's probably a bit more successful than my Kerbal space program, to be honest.
Probably.
Because at least this guy looked like he did get into space. Now, I should have to use it as well, but I need it to reset. Because mine just says bring Gandalf's draft to the Burning Cauldron, which is, I assume, what you did.
Yep.
You have found the Burning Cauldron.
LOTRO has got to be one of the worst MMOs for a dancer mode. Like, literally, you dance around and they're clapping hands.
If we get down here quick enough, we can watch him again. Don't touch it! No! Boom! Whee! That never gets old.
He really does go into orbit.
Splat.
Anywho.
Okay.
Look at that. That is a terrible dancer mode.
What is your crappy elven clapping? Yeah.
Well, that's just the generic dance mode, isn't it? Everyone just stands there and claps, and then you've got like the dance man, dance hobbit, dance elf, dance dwarf.
I get the thing. I need to go a bit further south before I start climbing the hill. But yeah, as you can see, we are getting through this region pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
And we're only still 42 about to... Actually, you've done... How did you ding 43? Did you have a lot of blue bar?
It's some more blue bar, I think, that you did, yeah.
I would have started with no blue bar, so...
well, I'll have had my daily...
Or very little blue bar.
I had my daily blue bar, and then I purchased the 5 doses of enhanced XP. I didn't have any stored up. I didn't store any up on this character like I've done before, yeah.
Yeah. But as we've been saying previously, it's a hell of a lot lighter on the XP than the other 2 regions, which is why, if people are always asking which region should I get for leveling through the 40s, no one ever says Misty Mountains.
This is the last on the list.
The answer to that question is always Angmar has probably the more XP, but it's a bit less solo friendly because a lot of them are marked as small fellow and fellowship quests. But a lot of them can be soloed, and they'll give you more XP for soloing them anyway. So because they are marked as fellowship quests give more XP. Vorico as well is perfectly soloable. Everything there can be soloed. A bit more running around. Some people don't like it because it is a wild, large open area that you have to do a lot of riding around in. That does piss off some people.
Or a lot of mithril coining.
Or a lot of mithril coining. Yeah. Not that we would know anything about that, but...
No, of course not.
No.
Fortunately, mithril coins were on sale before we started this recording, so we got to...
in typical fashion, I've just... I had like 4 mithril coins left, and I was thinking, well, I need to buy some more. I could have got like a pack of 100, completely for free, just with like the free turbine points I get from my sub. And then it's a case of, well, I could spend a couple of pounds of real money and then get the biggest pack of 250 mithril coins, and naturally I went down that route.
Of course.
Because
because
people don't have to persuade me to get my money.
You spend it, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we're now heading southeast to a place called Hrimbarg, which is another little dwarven outpost.
Again, similar to what it was like in Forest Hill, where you found a couple of like dwarven areas and that. The Misties were well inhabited by the dwarves back in the day. They've pretty much all since abandoned them, barring a couple of odd loner dwarfs. Not really much going on. Helagrod was supposedly in like, as far as Lord of the Rings goes, one of their great, like abodes that's since been like kind of taken over by an undead dragon, but minor issue.
But we do also have a stable master facility here as well, which can take us to either of the 3 camps we've been to previously, or Rivendell itself. As Hal's mentioned before, previously the only stable masters that used to be here were at Gloin's camp in Rivendell. There was never a stable master at the High Crag or Vinderhal. But it's just a bit easier to get around now, which is nice. You're on your way down, yeah? There we go.
Yeah.
So if we come inside here, there's a couple of dwarves. So one of them's been injured or whatever, so he'll give us a few quests.
He's just sick of the goddamn cold.
There's that as well, yeah.
I mean, who can blame him?
So isn't Nogmaldir back at... Hello.
Trying to go through the door and this flag just comes, decides that he wants me.
Uh-huh. So way of the pack, we have to go all the way back up to the High Crag again, but since there's a stable master, I will use it. 25 silver, screw it.
I like the decorations they've got in this little hunting lodge. One's like a drake's head and one's like a big snow bear.
Yeah. A few hunting trophies.
Yeah. Not quite as good as my Thorog.
Ding.
Not quite as good as my Thorog skull.
True. Or a Dragok statue.
Yeah, but Thorog's actually from the Misties, that's why
Okay, so we have a quest to kill Blackfang, which is the biggest warg in that place. I think that'd be our first point of call. Then we have a quest to go south and defeat Garadan, Windmasters, and Wolfborns, and a quest to collect...
You didn't pick up one of the quests.
What quest?
Chilled to the Bone. I can share it with you. Yep. Yeah, get some baskets. Oh, there's 2 there. A last hope. Hello. I might not have been able to pick those up until I come back from No, you could pick them up. It's just because of the way the stupid dwarf goes.
Yeah.
You like talk to him and he's like, "Oh, it's so cool," and then he kind of like falls asleep, and then
Delayed
you've either
quest
got to wait,
action.
you've either got to wait, or you kind of like walk out, walk in, yeah.
Mm. Well, while you drift off over there, I'm just going to collect a few of the crafting nodes outside.
Alright.
But I think if we go for the warg first, tag that area, and also there's another ruins for the
There's 2 ruins over there, yeah.
for the giant place as well, which I think you have to go through the warg camp to get to that one. So get
yeah.
them done at the same time. There we go. Right. To the northeast.
Thorogel has fallen. Is the worm cave?
Thorogel as well. You said Thorogel rather than Thorkel the dwarf. I'm just thinking Thorogel the region, but Thorogel has fallen, like that crappy film, like Olympus has fallen, London has fallen. Yeah. It's just, terrorists have invaded Thorogel. Why we don't know, because there's nothing to bomb up there. But yeah.
I think I said Thoro, didn't I, instead of Thor.
But it just made me. I've got this like shitty like B movie trailer playing in my head now for Thorogel has fallen. Oh dear.
No, because out of all the places in Lord of the Rings, naturally the place that they would invade in Middle Earth would be.
Well, Sauron's doing a sneak attack from the north because no one would ever expect that.
Yeah.
No one's looking that way.
No one has ever done a sneak attack from the north before. Out of Forodwaith or out of Angmar, or basically no one ever attacks from the north in this. Be like, oh wait. Oh, there's a corpse there.